The question that we get frequently is, what cover crops should I use, or what should I start with? And typically what we look at is to start a person out very simple and very easy to manage. And probably oats and a radish, oilseed radish or a daikon radish are probably the easiest ones that we work with. And that's normally what we'll recommend. And if you look at some of our information that we did on a field day we had at Sugar Grove this last fall, you'll see an aerial seeding oats and radishes on that particular field. Oats and radish establish fairly easily, and the nice thing is they'll grow, they'll capture any nitrogen or phosphorus left on the soil, carry that over till spring. They'll also, because of the species, they die in the wintertime, they winter kill. And that seems to be a real easy way for people to start with a cover crop that you seed it, it comes up, does a real good job of what you need it done, and then dies over the winter. So the following spring, most of the residues actually decomposed. So it makes it very easy to no-till into the field, or even if you're going to do some conservation tillage, you can do that in the field quite easily. Radishes are a little bit different. Some people see different types of radish seed. This is just one of them that's a daikon radish that works fairly well. We also are getting people now that are looking at other types of cover crops. We're looking at cereal rye, and although cereal rye is an excellent cover crop, easy to establish, can be planted late, folks are a little concerned because cereal rye grows until the spring, is green in the spring, and gets really tall. And so consequently, what we've started looking at is another cover crop that's a cross between cereal rye and wheat. It's called triticale. Triticale will grow with many characteristics of cereal rye, but it's also half the height. And it's a lot easier to utilize in the spring. It's easier to manage, easier to kill. So we look at that. We also look at different vetches. We look at crimson clovers. Some people, if you're using livestock, will put turnips in a mix. All of those work very easily and are easy to manage and control in the spring. One of the other ones that's more advanced for people is this particular one. And here's a little bit of vetch growing out the side of it, because this was a mix. This happens to be annual ryegrass. And this is a sample that we dug a month and a half ago that's been sitting in a pot. And this is what it looks like. It's pretty tough, pretty durable. But annual ryegrass takes special management, got to be planted early. It's a little bit more difficult to control, so we normally recommend this for advanced no-tillers. And when we get into the vetch, this vetch right here, at this stage of growth, actually by next spring will be 4 feet tall. So it can get pretty big pretty fast, but it can also fix over 100 pounds of nitrogen for your crop as well. Good cover. If you'll notice, you got excellent root systems on the bottom. It helps hold soil in place, prevents erosion. So you don't have to worry about some of the issues with soil losses, or when you lose soil off the surface into the streams, you're also losing phosphorus. So that's one thing we want to also keep track of, not just nitrogen, but phosphorus as well. So that's probably some of the easiest cover crops to work with, the ones that we've got a lot of experience with that work quite well.